Hi, welcome back to Hieroglyphs GM Corner. I'm Daniel.
I'm Scott.
I'm Alex.
I'm Tim.
We take a topic from the tome of topics and discuss it. You can get your topic in here by commenting below. This week on
favorite boss fight. Want to take this in order, maybe?
I'm going to say King Hippo from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Nice.
Okay.
And mine would have to be from Shadow of Colossus.
Oh, yeah.
Just about any of them.
Shadow of Colossus.
But no.
Role-playing game.
Is this one that you've ran or one that you played in? Or, either?
No, both. As a GM, my favorite one that I ever made myself was Krav, obviously, because I think he was the only boss fight I've ever made. The first one I made and the one that was the most successful.
okay.
Which time?
Your guys' time.
Okay, well, you've run that boss fight for multiple people.
I've run it once for you guys only. I almost got my players to that fight for down at school.
I thought you had run it 3 times for some reason.
No. I've used the map 3 times.
There you go.
Because it was a pretty good map.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, I've run combats that I really enjoyed, but as far as like an actual boss fight, I think the best one I ran was, I think I've mentioned it before, but I tried to basically recreate a World of Warcraft boss fight from Ulduar, but I had to change a couple things. But basically, the players in the game had higher level characters, and then we had been doing some asides for low level characters. And so in this fight, I was trying to find ways to incorporate both of their sets of characters at the same time. And so what I did is there was basically a dragon chained up guarding something that they needed, some MacGuffin or whatever. And so their higher level characters are like, okay, you guys stick back, we'll go in first, draw its attention, and then you can come in after its spear is done, after its breath attack is done, that kind of stuff, right? Because if you get caught in the AoE, you're probably doomed. So they go in, and as soon as they walk across the threshold, door slams shut, and side door, well, basically the wall opens up, closes them in, and opens up 2 side paths. So now their main characters are in fighting the dragon, and they're basically stuck in the AoE. They can't get out of it. It's the whole room. So they're stuck in close quarters with the dragon. And then their lower level characters now have 2 paths they can go on, and there's basically 4 mini encounters. And whichever path they take, there's like a teleporter opens up at the end, so they go back to the entrance and can take the other path. And every time they defeated one of the mini encounters, it weakened the dragon, because the dragon was actually higher level than it should have been for the group. So it's a slow little fight. They have the action economy advantage, but its AC was pretty ridiculous, and its attacks were pretty damaging and everything. And so as they went through, like, I decided, like, this one decreased its AC and saving throws, basically. This was 4th edition, so they weren't saving throws, but whatever they're called. Non-AC defenses.
Yeah.
And another one like decreased its attack and damage. Another one got rid of a special ability it had, that kind of stuff. And so, crazy enough, I balanced it so perfectly between the 2 fights that they literally killed the dragon and the final mini encounter on the exact same round within like 2 turns of each other. And it was, I don't know, I like the fight because I really like mechanically interesting things, and where there's a lot of stuff to do with them.
That one was a masterpiece of combining high level and low level play.
Right.
For sure.
That was the first D&D game I ever played, so I had no idea that was a problem. So I was spoiled. So that's the standard I hold everything to, and now that I don't get it, I'm slowly getting disappointed.
Yep. I made some really crazy encounters. Like I would. That was basically what I did. I worked,
Yeah.
and then I worked on that game, and that was about all I did in life at the time.
See, this question is hard for me to answer because I don't know if, like, I so rarely structure my games to be boss fight.
Oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there happens to be boss fights, but it's more about the situation than it is about
Yeah,
setting up
and-
a cool boss fight.
And also, like,
When a lot of times boss fights in your games, if the players don't do it right, they fight a horde of minions and get swarmed and have to run away. They don't fight the boss.
yeah,
It's you have to deal with, like, why is he gonna fight you? He has an army.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess is sort of how I think a boss fight should go, because if they're a boss of something.
Yeah.
I think I have, like, I put together hard fights sometimes, or what I think will be hard fights.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes they just completely wipe the whole
Sometimes you
group.
think, oh, they'll wipe this thing, and no, you almost wipe them out.
Oh, no. Usually when he makes a mistake on that level, it kills everybody. Nobody
Yeah.
survives at all. Nobody stands a chance.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
Like the one where you expect everybody to run, but two of them decide to stay, so the third one can't leave them behind.
Yep, and everybody dies.
It's our first party on the Sunday night.
Yeah, I know. There was no way I could get out of that fight. It was way faster than me.
And there was
Well, I got you out of that fight.
the Requiem for
But then I had to
game
go back because of the other
where
character.
the Krogan came in and completely killed every single one of us, and there was nothing any of us could do about it
Oh, yeah.
because he had mage allies,
My version of the Kurgan.
and we lost all our allies because two of our players left the game.
Yep.
For me, like boss fight, I'm kind of like you. I don't really do boss fights unless it's like a one shot. But mine would be Iraq's Tukar that I did in our Taldori,
Yeah.
Hmm.
vampire cleric.
Yeah, you definitely got me going. Like, oh no, what's gonna happen next in
Yeah.
that fight? Because you like kept pulling things out, and I was like, oh, what's coming next?
And but the thing of it was not just that, on your guys' side, but a lot of the things that you guys did surprised me.
yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, I'm this big bad, I'm going to destroy you. It was a really good story. It was, oh wow, they did that, like mirror image.
Lizard, really? I got every single wrong one first.
Yep.
But it was, that was my favorite how that played out and stuff. I think it went well on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
I think that's that.
Yeah. As far as being in, well, up there would definitely be Krav with the lizard folk. I liked.
Yeah, there were some fun things going on in that with your.
Yeah.
I mean, your trap thing, trap on a chain, bear trap on a chain was pretty cool, and like my paladin just charged after him because
Right.
I felt that was what he was gonna do, and he died, and then you guys still hunted him down, and he was, people were dying, and we didn't know what was going on, but he kept healing up.
And I was able to choose the spot for my flaming sphere to appear. It was practically right next to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it adjacent to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was. You randomly chose a square, and it was right on top of him.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And so he basically ran away and got just out of range of using his ability again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was luck. It's like
And now you're illuminated guiding bolt.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, I think one of my favorite boss fight from that Bastion campaign was actually the Flying Tarrasque. But that was for narrative reasons, I
Yeah.
think, more so than any mechanical combat thing that we did.
It was memorable because of what I threw in there.
Well, and how we were running that game.
Yeah.
I had basically built a world ship that was respawning the world as it traveled. And we basically used that,
Yeah.
sacrificed it to contain the Tarask as the new core of the world.
Yeah.
So,
A flying Tarask.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was.
That's like ideal level of the same, almost the same as Blink Tigers.
No.
Cthulhu and power armor.
Yes. It's more on that level. It's Cthulhu and power armor.
Yeah, you face a Blink Tiger when you're level 3,
Well, the thing is, blink tigers when you're
or when you're just a background.
are pretty terrifying, but it's not going to kill the world.
Yeah.
And there's not. It's not like
It's gonna
there's
end your
nothing is-
world.
Sure, but I mean, it's not going to end the entirety of existence. And that was what it was there for, basically.
Yeah.
It was to finish the job somebody had started to destroy all of existence.
So, what's your guys' favorite boss fights? Is it Critical Role's Vecna fight? Or perhaps this next upcoming season's fight with the Tarask? Comment below, and we'll see you.